Okay. Now, what is the purpose of this session today? Is to find out what is the key demand of the question. Then we need to see how our topic note supports you to write standard answer. Anybody out of you all have read this topic in topic notes? Anybody? And be honest and tell me the trouble also, like what problem you faced in reading this book. You find it too much information. It's giving you the burden, discouraging you to read. Give me this hint so that our team will going to modify. If you have not studied, then we are also having some problems that we fail to develop an interest and fail to encourage you to read also. It is not a school exam, na, where a teacher will come and with a stick say, "Yeah, क्यों नहीं? क्यों नहीं?" Okay, so tell me what was an issue? अच्छा ठीक है, चलो कुछ तो बोलते रहना है ना, बीच बीच में चलते रहना चाहिए. ठीक है. So purpose is to find out how topic notes support us, and that is why I am having a topic notes based sir micro themes according to the working on the governance. Acha, will take up the topic notes because your content, and I am doing it within a 2 group, and the like when I read other questions, I find this content so smart. If you're going to use this content and will have in a habit of writing answer, my guarantee, you do not require the support of interviews mark. मैं आपको एक story बताता हूँ. I'm sharing one story. Nil Nidhi. Now, what is the name of this candidate? Nil Nidhi. He was a topper of one of the state examinations. Now, he was so expert in writing an answer. He designed everything. He did a rigorous work in mains. And then he was from an engineering background. It is a state examination. Then what happened? When exam done, like he was through with these all stages, went to interview. And interview went very worst. They panel in their face, they said, "You are very arrogant. How can you manage? You do not have a talking ways. You do not have an upbringing good." They were all annoyed with the topper. And they have given 90 marks out of 300, 90 marks. And other rest of the rankers, right from the 2nd to 10, they all got out of 300 interviews. People used to encourage. They all got 150 plus, 200 plus. Second topper got 230. And when the result, he got 90. So in interview, he fall back more than by 90 marks, 100 marks. And when the result came, he not only going to, he got in the rank 1, but there was a significant gap between the topper and the second topper. You can see this Nil Nidhi. He was an MP's topper or some state topper. He got so much marks and gap, he maintained a margin. And that is where I'm saying, like, if you have a habit of writing this answer with the support of our topic notes, soon you will attain that psychology where you are going to write with these much of the stuff. Putting a logic, satisfying logic with an examples, giving impressive words, automatically everything will come. No? So that is why we have these assignment of writing every day. So, now read this question and everybody try to interact so that learning will come fast. No? Read this question and tell me what is the demand of the question or what is the keyword.
So here, goals and recommendations of NEP is the demand of the question.
Okay. So, Kasvi, let us write my
Okay, sir.
this recommendation. So my point is this, na? So okay, चलो सब लोग लिखना ना, try करना. This is a learning session. Don't sit and watch. And when you are getting engaged in this process, sit in your study table. Na? Most of you are sitting in your bed. Even though you turn off camera, I can see. Na? This is the paid version now. Chalo, theek hai. I got some like attempts. So education governance. Okay. Now, what is the Priyansi's point? Kasvi says goal and recommendation. Okay. Ab dekho, this is where SIFT, goal and recommendation. And Prayag bhai, aapka, why so late, Prayag? Priyansi, education and governance. Come on, like, put your point. Dekho, that is what I want to tell. If the exam, the question will come, everybody is going to have a different opinion. Prayag, what is your point? Reluctant to write. Okay. Achha. So the answer is SIFT. But the SIFT needed to be seen through goal and recommendation. We need to see how things shifted. Achha, shift where? That also we need to see. A to B, A to B. That also shift we need to see. Now, what shift we need to see? We need to see how things got shifted towards integrated. Integrated. From where? From scattered to integrated. Right? How the arrangement schooling system was scattered, unorganized, now got integrated. How things is scattered to integrated. And this like goal and recommendation of what? NEP 2020. NEP 2020. Ab chalo, this is the first task. What is the first task? The first task is to find out the real demand of the question. Now read question again, everybody, and see your point. Is this idea is there in this question or not? Agreed with this point or not? हाँ, थोड़ा सा interactive रखना है ना. When we're going to be interactive, we're going to learn more. Na? If you have trouble writing, only write why, no, or somehow, that way, right? I'm not going to questioning you. ऐसा कैसे सोचा आपने? मैं आपको ना hint दे रहा हूँ. I'm giving you the track to learn and write answer. If you are merely waiting for the coaching notes to write answer, can you write this answer with the coaching notes? Not at all, right? Nobody even touched Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Nobody. So that is why like this question comes. So yes, this is what we need to do first. We need to see the shift. So when we are writing an answer, let us suppose we have 4 boxes. Okay, let us suppose we have 4 boxes, not 4. This time we have 7 boxes, 250 words answer. So every side, every point, right from the introduction till conclusion, word shift must be there in all paragraphs. Shift does not mean shift all time. Shift. Shift लिखी मत आ जाना sir, आपने बोला था मैंने 7 times I have written shift. No, the sense of the shift must be addressed. From where? Scattered to integrated, scattered to integrate. Okay. Now, for your benefit, not benefit actually, for your support, I am giving you the list of goals and recommendation. देखो मैंने यहाँ पे निकाल के रख दिया. अब wait, goals and recommendation is there. Okay. अब सोचते हैं हम लोग. What that hints, what that like this chart gives or this question gives us a hint that whenever we are writing any government programs and schemes, their recommendations, their goals, their objectives are important, and that is where you need to make notes and mug up all. So that in examination hall you must understand that the integrated was like this way. And now tell me, is it easy to mug up all objectives, goals and recommendations of all schemes? Easy है क्या? Yes no करते रहना तभी मैं आपको hint दूंगा. Will it going to be easy to retain all those? Not at all. When I see this, when I like assume, I develop a fear. Had it been in your place, I would have been developed. और मेरा प्री निकल गया होता, मेंस लिखना होता और सर मेरे बोल रहे होते कि रिकमेंडेशन और ये याद करके जाओ, तो अभी से लाइक मैं पहले ही बोलता इस बार नहीं होगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम आई विल ट्राई. और ये पूरे साल में केवल रिकमेंडेशन रट लाऊंगा, जो अभी सोचते हो आप, गोल को रट जाऊंगा, उसके बाद फिर कल से चलेगा फिर सबका. I'll write answer from कल से, I'll write answer from परसों से. So what is the solution? Somebody give me solution. मुझे solution बताओ जल्दी से. Anybody? How to mug up all these recommendations and goals? So the only one solution, and I know that solution. एक ही solution. Excellent, Prayag. I was expecting this from you. Yes, your bullseye. Right answer. Make it a habit of writing answer. Then only the things will come. Practice, practice. Yes, Priyanshi, exactly. नहीं आपके notes, मेरे कोई notes नहीं है. These are notes taken from different websites, different like this online support है ये मेरा notes नहीं ना. I do not claim this talkie note says content is mine. This is compiled. मेरा notes तो अभी आएगा. notes जो मैं अभी ये जो बता रहा हूँ, this is my notes. brainstorming. तो चलो फिर से देखते हैं ना. Let us see again. तो अभी हम लोगों ने क्या किया? What we have done? The question is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan represents the shift towards integrated school education governance. Examine the shift. देखो क्वेश्चन में है ये, examine the shift, है ना? ये कीवर्ड है. The shift is very keyword. In the light of the goals and recommendation of National Education Policy 2020. So इसके लिए there are three keywords. We have the shift, second goal, and third is recommendation. And what my understanding is that most of the time I have seen these questions are very common. Recommendation and this are all the time common. Okay, na? So we going to do what? We'll take an attempt. तो attempt कैसा होना चाहिए? Attempt ऐसा होना चाहिए कि you must have these ideas there. अच्छा, एक और चीज देखो. When I have searched, देखो, I am telling you honestly, I was not retaining all recommendations. मुझे तो याद ही नहीं था. Before me coming this session, I searched recommendation, I searched these goals. तो आप ये मत सोचना सर को सर्च करना पड़ा. मैं तो आपको टेक्निक बता रहा हूँ. I can understand it's a troublemaking. And what I have noticed, there were list of recommendations, 3 pages recommendation. अब बच्चे तो एक नहीं याद कर पाते हैं, वही इंट्रोडक्शन आएगा तो वही एग्रीकल्चर प्लेज इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, एग्रीकल्चर प्लेज, water is essential for agriculture, यही स्टार्ट होता है. Normally we are going to have this. So what we need to do, we need to mug up all these recommendations under some broad headings. That is what heading I have taken out. 7 headings. So मैंने ये 7 headings, I have brought this 7 headings. You can even turn into 5 headings. आप चाहो तो इसको 5 headings में भी convert कर सकते हैं. So what to do? Everybody try. Sir, for example, second ARC 2 bulky. Yes. So what to do? Everybody do what? अच्छा अभी तो नहीं लिखना है ना. I'm just giving you one framework. You need to consolidate this framework and then write in the morning. अच्छा, there is an agreement among our evaluators, team of evaluators, and me that anyhow you'll get your question by 10 a.m. morning. ना आपको question मिल जाएगा. You have to attempt and give it by 5 p.m. so that your copy you will receive early morning next day. अगर आपने 5 p.m. से late किया, if you're going to give us an answer after 5 p.m., you will get after 2 days. है ना? So that is how we need to manage this one. Okay. Now, okay. So what you need to do, you have to make a point here. अब आप लोग सब try करना ना, and then I'm going to give you the talking notes. So लिखो आप ऐसे like this is my point. This is normally I do brainstorming comes when we have a recommendation and goal, right? Recommendation and goal. So this is a recommendation and goal of NEP 2020. Now first recommendation is universal access. This side we have the universal access, and under this universal access, retention and expansion of the school. तो I'll say goal number 1. चलो मैं लिख देता हूँ ऐसे goal number 1. तो आप यहाँ पे लिख लो universal access, and then retention. अच्छा चलो. And then why I'm saying so, because you will understand the value of the talking notes here. Then we have a second point is foundational literacy numeracy, FLN, and this childhood education and childhood education. चलो ये 2 चीज हमने निकाला. थर्ड ऐसे लिख देते हैं. फोर्थ आप भी ट्राई कर लो ऐसे फोर्थ, बिकॉज आई गिव यू द हिंट कि भाई चलो आप टॉपिक नोट्स पढ़ो, इसमें कौन से विच टॉपिक नोट्स कंपोनेंट इज हेल्पिंग, कि कहाँ पे कंपोनेंट बढ़ाने के काम आ रहा है आपके ना, वेयर द कंपोनेंट यू विल गोइंग टू ऐड ऑन, किस कंपोनेंट को ऐड ऑन करोगे. सो व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ सर्व शिक्षा अभियान अंडर this universal access and expansion. तो देखो इसका क्या है, ensure universal access to education from preschool to grade 12 by 2030. अब इसमें क्या है कि what सर्व शिक्षा अभियान done, integrate कर दिया उसने. What they have integrated, earlier we have a 10+2 program, right? Now सर्व शिक्षा has brought 5+3 plus 4 year age wise and integrated as in one like a program, and under this it made in a one framework of education which is very much aligned from child development in a different stages. And Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan did what, have enabled the system to like let student grow right from their childhood stage to the formal schooling stage, right? And then like through Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan system is so that they're going to get the support in a different stages from foundational to secondary, right? So that is how we need to discuss here, how Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan has given a support, universal access by integrating. So ये देखो एक word आया ना यहाँ पे, this is how we have an integration. And with this, अब देखो यहाँ से opinion लिखना है ना, we need to give an opinion. तो how Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan have supported, तो पहला क्या है कि it made curriculum unified, When the curriculum is unified, it ensures the continuity. एक आता है ना कि अब स्कूल बदलना है, there won't be any break. It brings in a हमें ऐसा बात करना है, तो it brings in a continuity. And when it brings in a continuity, अच्छा, how it brings in continuity? By integrating preschool. अच्छा, preschool is available only in urban centers. So that is why under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Anganwadis were integrated, and Anganwadi's infrastructure were used as in a preschool infrastructure. So that is how this is not only integrated vertically, integrated horizontally also. That way you have to discuss, and this is what the point I am saying here. It is in a mention in your copy notes. तो पहले आपको स्ट्रक्चर निकालनी पड़ेगी यहाँ से, right? Second is foundational literacy, numeracy of earlier childhood. तो इसमें क्या है? We have a निपुण भारत is in a program. ये मैं आपके टॉपी नोट से बोल रहा हूँ ना. निपुण भारत program is there, and under this Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan supports the different primary schools teachers and different stages to diagnose the real problem of the students, and then uniformly ना integrate. कैसे integrate करने के लिए? It is not the class wise, it is in a segment wise integrate. कहाँ पे कर सकते हैं? So when the things are integrated, preschool, foundational school, secondary, these all got integrated. So this Nipun Bharat has a scope, chance to help to align the things so that the functioning can be smooth. Then we have this way we need to discuss. ये पूरे program को हमें इस तरह से discuss करना पड़ेगा. अच्छा, I can understand things looking technical. मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ, आपको technical लगेगा, but we cannot ignore. हम इसको छोड़ नहीं सकते ना. Now, though it is giving you the sense of the technicalities are there. Technicalities मतलब we have some typical word, different numerical values are given 5, 3, 3, 4 and all. तो इसको इतना रिटेन कैसे करें? इसीलिए मैंने आपको ये टॉफी नोट्स का सपोर्ट दिया है. अब आप करो क्या ना, आप लोग एक ऐसा करो कि देखना, the understanding will come. So write recommendation and goal. What I'll do, I'm going to read and a topic notes for you. आप ऐसे बना लो, थोड़ा सा हिंट कर लो, तो सब लोग ट्राई कर लो एक बार. Only headings. You need to write headings only, so that when I'm going to read your topic notes, so that you're going to understand कि अच्छा how to use this topic notes. The way I have written, like point to point यहाँ पे ऐसे लिख देना है. अभी करो, अभी right now, so that I'm going to give you the hint how to use topic notes. Now I'm rubbing this all. आप ऐसे लिख लो इसके heading. जैसे हो जाएगा 2, 3 भी काम कर जाएगा ऐसे. हाँ, 4, 5 also going to be useful. ठीक है. अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे? What we'll do? Have you done with your structure? Then I'm going to give you the hint the how to use topic notes. अभी देखना आपके content and no notes, no book, no institute will help you creating a such standard content for your answer. अच्छा, एक बार फिर से देखते हैं ना. Let us see again. Let us see this question again. मैं फिर से पढ़ रहा हूँ so that we're going to see this again. Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan represents a shift towards integrated school education governance. Examine this shift in the light of the goals and recommendation of the National Education Policy 2020. अच्छा, आप बताओ, be honest ना. Can this answer be handled with the stuff of NCERT? NCERT से ये handle हो सकता है क्या? If you have studied any part, और अगर देखा है तो not at all, not at all. This is a standard book you cannot handle. And believe me, like no coaching institute, who is the best teacher sitting in front of you. आप निकाल लेना, सबके नोट्स मेरे पास रहते हैं बिफोर आई गो, और मेरे नोट्स सबसे बेस्ट नोट्स होते हैं. क्यों? यू ऑल नो, be it economy or in geography or disaster, questions come from the topic I used to tackle there in the class. इस बार भी ऐसी हुआ, हर बार भी ऐसी हुआ, because I go within a PYQ only. Before class, I distribute question bank to everyone, and then I start teaching and telling, and I let student intervene. देखो ये question देखो, आप हमेशा यही करता हूँ. So I know. So on this confidence, I'm telling, no institute will support you writing this answer. और question आजकल ऐसे ही आ रहे हैं. They ask the typical questions. अब चलो, आपने अपना structure तैयार किया हुआ है ना. अब मैं आपके लिए I'm going to read another one case study for you. So this is the way you have to read trophy notes. How? Read question, try tentative structure of blueprint of your answer, and then read trophy notes. It is not to retain facts, but to augment the content of your like word structure, right? So आप देखना, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, fast पढ़ूंगा. I'm not going to take time, ना. So Gujarat has been a forefront in implementing Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan since its national launch in 2018. State, चलो ये पढ़ लेना आप, इसमें कुछ नहीं है. Now key intervention says the Gunotsav 20 post SSA integration of the school, and now we have a key of interventions यहाँ पे, ऐसे ना. इसको भी पढ़ लेना, that so that you देखो, I know because I have been there when this content was developed. So to understand this, you can now see now in every case study you will find these analytical paragraphs, experts commentary, contemporary data. This is where you have to see and pull information worth for your, not for you, worth for your answer. So that when you are in the habit of pulling ideas, putting in answer, writing an answer, that will give you a chance to write a quality answer. तो अब देखो यहाँ पर है ना. So I am reading this and tell me कि ये portion यहाँ shift होगा, ये portion यहाँ shift होगा, right? So Manish Sisodia with the former education, देखो यहाँ से critical assessment. The case study clearly justifies shifts toward integrated school education. Highlight the question: Delhi education reforms move beyond standalone pilot programs, strategically embedded within the common funding and the planning system, Samagra, align with the learning outcomes, psychological well-being, and practical skill building. A representative of NEP vision, which curriculum reforms is not isolated this pedagogical matter, but systematically realignment of education governance. ठीक है, तो चलो आप बताओ इसमें this will going to be supportive to which area? इसके कौन से एरिया के लिए सपोर्टिव होगा? So like you have to choose ना कि this reforms, curriculum reforms, ठीक है ना. तो just in a curriculum reform do what? यहाँ से idea pick up करना, and you can write, है ना, curriculum reform में you can write that this point है ना, integrated here, and you can write that the learning outcome and this systematic realignment of the education governance. So you can just, I'm giving a hint. You have to create a structure and read, and then you have to pick up sentences. You have to pick up information. You have to pick up examples, right? And this way you have to give this point. Huh? अब देखो, Odisha, a state with a significant tribal and rural population, adopted holistic and inclusive approach of the teacher training. क्योंकि ये इतना ज्यादा है ना, आपको खुद ही लग रहा होगा. It is loaded with too much information. But when you with reverse engineering, what is reverse engineering? First design tentative blueprint and then read to enhance your blueprint. that will going to support you writing an impressive answer. Be it average and all. अब मैं कल से ऐसा करूंगा. I'll do what? I'll give you the tentative structure. Or those who are interested, give me a text. I'll give you the structure of the answer, tentative, जिससे आप search करके use करो. And when you are in a habit of searching using writing, then only the quality will come. Otherwise, रट के आप बैठे रहोगे और एक दिन हम होंगे कामयाब, तो वो होगा नहीं कभी. Only with the practice, only with an engagement, that automatically the sense will come. अब चलो इसको पढ़ते हैं ना. Let us see this. This is the second case study. This case study, अच्छा आप पढ़ लेना. I am not going to read again. We have a contemporary data and all, है ना. This side we have a contemporary data. Then we have a critical assessment. The question asked, आप सब पढ़ना, like I have ignored because of the time crunch. What you need to do, you have to read all, because there you will find very impressive. Acha, don't pick examples. Only take examples which is recommended and sourced. Yeah, according to this report, you might have seen Sakti Dubey's answer. According to this committee, that committee, like we need to appreciate example only when it is recommended by some report committees, है ना. ऐसे चीज को पकड़ना. Okay, चलो. So what makes PM-SHRI notable is that it is anchored with the Samagra Shiksha. Samagra Shiksha framework, not as a new stand-hold program, but also as a catalyst reform mechanism. This reflects a shift from fragmented intervention to integrated education governance, the central theme of it. The PM-SHRI school, PM schools in Raising India scheme launch it. There is a flagship program, and इसमें ऐसे, ठीक है. The elimination of structural inequality between the primary realization of teacher regardless of the geographical stage. चलो इसमें try करो आप. You try. I can give you the hint. This will fit where the shift from fragmented intervention to integrated education governance to NEP. आपको ये जो मैंने बॉक्सेस बना के दिया है ना, education reform, yes. So we have examination. So you have to make this all, and then you have to like put your point यहाँ पर. तो आपके पास मैंने ये शेयर किया हुआ है. I have taken these 2, 3. So ठीक है. केस स्टडी ना, PM-SHRI मॉडल. अब देखो आप, just see yourself. When we are dealing with Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, we come across to different sub-interventions or sub-programs like PM-SHRI model school, institutionalizing integrated through Samagra Shiksha, है ना. तो यहाँ पर भी you can see कि this PM-SHRI school, PM School for Rising India scheme launched in September 22. Flexible initiatives. 14. आप देखो, by reading this you can understand. We have a 14,000 or 15,000 model school across from class 11, 12, covering all the stages, and make PM-SHRI. अब देखो इसमें क्या है? This PM-SHRI integrated what? It is integrating what? So you have to search. It will fit to what? है ना? Universal and retention and expansion of schools. ऐसे करके you have to make this point, like rather than simply writing Sarva Shiksha or established or like got started in 2018 and it has these objectives. आप क्या करोगे अगर आप इस तरह से नहीं करोगे? अच्छा, if you are not going to use this toffee notes, you would be writing what? आप क्या करते हैं अगर ये टॉफी नोट्स नहीं यूज करते तो? आप करते क्या? You would have given the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan detail introduction में, which year got organized, and then what year it has structure क्या है उसका, and then in separate column you would have written the, if possible, like you can capacity है होता तो what are the recommendation, but like you cannot like link this to. अच्छा, try करते हैं sir, from this notes how to find the transformation from scatter to, हाँ, yes, how to find na, it is given in some case studies, it is already given, देखो, it is not clearly mentioned scattered to this integrated, but you can see there's a continuation of professional development for all teachers, है ना, यूनिफॉर्म ट्रेनिंग स्टैंडर्ड, ये क्या है, इंटीग्रेटेड अक्रॉस फाउंडेशन टू, दिस इज व्हाट, तो आपको इसके रिलेशन में लिखना है, so that is how we have things are there, you have to search uniform training standard across foundational to secondary with the Anganwadi and all. Odisha execution of NISHTHA under the unified Samagra platform directly fulfill these NEP directives. तो यही है, like देखो यहाँ पे the integration under Samagra help overcome the logistic and financial fragmentation for the first time. अच्छा चलो, अब क्या करना, what you need to do, even it is looking you difficult, despite this all, take an attempt. First step is in a always what, not in a firm step, it is a fearful step, but when you are going to take a step, you will going to open yourself for the rest of the opportunity. If you aren't going to take a step, thing aren't going to be closed, no? It is all closed. पर अगर आपने step ले लिया, this is my guarantee, you will climb, even though you aren't going to have a firm step, but despite this all, you will climb. So don't ignore what to do, even though I must encourage, some of you have given me an answer before this class, at least to give an assurance that अच्छा I am in this process. अब आप क्या करना, taken a screenshot if you like, है ना, these are the parameters on which you have to search SIFT, and don't worry, read case studies and try to sift, try to manage your content your way, पर इसी heading में लिख के देना मुझे जरा, and then I am going to give you some model answer on this regard. तो करते क्या है हम लोग, what will do, एक attempt लेते हैं ना, चलो what attempt will take, इस पे काम करते हैं, लिखो सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, टाइटल लिख लेना, 130 words, you need to write on 30 words. Universal access, retention and expansion of school, ठीक है, universal access, retention and expansion of schooling. Now what you need to do, all of you, like, and then do this way, like SIFT, पहले structure करेंगे, first we'll do structure and then keyword is a SIFT, okay, SIFT, okay. Now SIFT with respect to this universal access, try करना, you will get an answer, and we have universal access as a 2-point goal and recommendation, ensures access, achieved 100% enrollment, and these are the goal. Adopt जितना ये point इसका, तो we have these points, we have that point, okay. Now 10 words ऐसे लिखना है आपको, और 15 30 words हो जाएगा ना, you need to write 30 words so that you can club most of it, not all of it, most of it at your capacity. Try करना ना, तो ये पहले डिजाइन कर लो आप इसको, let us take up with this idea, डिजाइन कर लो आप अपना, done. अच्छा, let me take up Sudha. Sir, NEP 2020 structure and reorientation of education in India. NEP structure and reorient education system in India. What you want to tell, Masuda? Give me a 1 point more in. अच्छा, ओके, कैन बी, हाँ, यस। चलो अब ये यहाँ पे हो गया ना। अच्छा, ठीक है। अब नाउ नाउ व्हाट आई डू, अब आपको बताना है ना। आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू लेट अस, आई एम गोइंग टू रीड ना, इसी में से देख लेते हैं हम लोग। विल गोइंग टू अटेम्प्ट हियर ओनली। चलो, दिस केस स्टडी justify that the shift towards integrated education governance highlight in the question. Delhi education reform moved beyond strategically embedded with the common funding and planning system ना। कीवर्ड देखो यहाँ पे, common funding, common planning, ठीक है, aligned with learning outcome, psychological well-being, practical skill building। अच्छा, ये पॉइंट यहाँ पे ना। अच्छा, ठीक है। Second point, as I have given the hint, integrated Anganwadi, there is a shift from expanding and consolidating. Very good. अब आप लोग ट्राई करना ना, ट्राई कि हाउ सर्व शिक्षा अभियान हेल्प। इसको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, सोचो आप, इंटीग्रेट करने से लाइक व्हाट इट हैड डन, है ना। एग्जामिन करेंगे लाइक हाउ सर्व शिक्षा अभियान हेल्प विद द इंटीग्रेशन with this recommendation, and उसको कैसे हेल्प किया उसने। जैसे I'll do what I'm going to give a one hint, कि सर्व शिक्षा अभियान by integrating Anganwadis and schooling system have given a formalization of education. Which education? Preschool education. ठीक है, ये एक आइडिया है ना। ठीक है। सेकेंड, अगर यूनिफाई कर दिया करिकुलम को तो बताओ क्या होगा। इफ द करिकुलम गॉट यूनिफाइड ऑल ओवर इंडिया, देन व्हाट इज द यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ करिकुलम, व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट, सर्व शिक्षा से क्या बेनिफिट होगा। सो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कोहेरेंस एक हो सकता है, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट गवर्नमेंट्स, डिफरेंट रीजन्स, दिख रहा है, ऐसे लिखना। तो चलो, स्किल्स एंड कैपेबिलिटी, हाँ, अक्रॉस, इसी पे लिखो एक पैराग्राफ। गिव मी वन पैराग्राफ, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड। कनेक्टिंग एंड एक्सेसिबिलिटी एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी, यस यस। रिड्यूसिंग ब्यूरोक्रेटिक बर्डन, है ना, इनएफिशिएंसीज। चलो ट्राई करो, मेक नो वन अटेम्प्ट, इसी में रफ अटेम्प्ट, 30 वर्ड्स। ओके, दिस शिफ्ट्स फ्रॉम टॉप डाउन टू पार्टिसिपेटरी एंड वेल डन, बहुत अच्छा प्रियांशु। हाँ, गिव मी वन मोर रोहित, गिव मी वन मोर पॉइंट। अच्छा, प्रियांशी का है, देयर इज अ शिफ्ट फ्रॉम एक्सपेंशन टू कंसोलिडेशन। वंडरफुल यार, कितना अच्छा लिखते हो। There is a shift from expansion to consolidation and quality enhancement. Sub Shiksha emphasize expansion, more school, more enrollment. NEP focuses on consolidation, consolidating school into school complexes, optimizing the resources, and ensuring the quality to access, not just the quantity. Good. Okay. Make more attempt. एग्जामिन करना है ना हमें। ओके, strengthening, monitoring, strength monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation. Let us take an attempt. One to paragraph, 1 to 30 lines on this point. And you can refer your this copy notes also. Okay. देखो प्रियांशी का कैंसर है. There is a shift from traditional method to education to more modernization methods and digital access to education. Yes. अब इसमें ना प्रियांशी देखो. So Priyanshi has given this statement, and that is where I just want to everybody to focus. She has written an impressive sentence, no, but like she need to validate. There is a shift from traditional method to education. Now, what you must do, search some program. Just say which program, any like a PM3 program, उसको justify करने के, and then give some examples and some sources also according to this, so that the answer will become very validated, approved from some report. Diksha app we can, yes. So isko the through Shiksha Abhiyan and its extents or like its like other parameters such as Shiksha app application have added a value by turning traditional method into more modernized and integrated. This idea of integrated must be there. This idea of integrated must be there, right? All the time, in all paragraphs. Well done. बहुत अच्छा. Question is typical, but like when we're going to involve more, we're going to write better, na? If you're going to tackle this type of question, you will tackle other question. Or attempt low, rough, right, wrong, doesn't matter. Take attempt. Okay, Rohit. This shift has created a universal access with a holistic and multidisciplinary education by increasing the quality and strengthening the teachers for the better development by empowering rural school. Wonderful. थोड़ा सा वही example, ना? We have a list of examples also given, a different this recommendation. ये है ना, जो भी देखो आप, experimental learning through happiness and EMC, foundational literacy, जो भी आप देखोगे, most of the time you'll see that some point examples are there, huh? And that is what the purpose of this topic note. Like when you're going to have this habit of incorporating your these ideas from this to your answer, automatically the input of this question will help you writing the mains actual answer in the examination. Input of one will be somehow useful in some proportion, useful for the other answers too. So that is how we need to manage this. Okay, okay. So with this we have done with our session. आप सब try जरूर करना. Even though you find it difficult, but do try. When you try, only then, as I said, no process will make you IAS, not your intelligence. किसी ने पूछा, somebody asked Ronaldo. This is there in the YouTube channel. Ronaldo, he was sitting all there, calm, composed, and he was in a star attraction of that mega event. They all came for the surprise distribution, and everybody was watching his reaction, Ronaldo. And he is the most earning, better than me, Ronaldo ke bare. So one commentator went to him, looking excited, over excitement of the other co-visitors, he said, here, okay, they all are excited you to listen to you. Keep on writing so that I can recommend. Yes, the process is there, but I am the one who does it discipline. He says, yes, 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 yes. ठीक है. I'm telling you my way, na? My way. Somebody asked, sir, why you are so different than others? And you are so much earning higher than your competitors. What is the main logic? Like, why you are so different? He said, everybody is talented. But what made me different is that my discipline, hard work. Every day, what time I spend, my competitor cannot. And that is where I have created a difference. Practice. है ना? अब देखो ये अटेम्प्ट आने लगा देखो. तो प्रयाग answer first. Transition from the scattered to integration education system open the way to expelled in a dynamic fields with a multilingualism, which increases the quality, which found mostly in Delhi education system as Pratham Education NGO plays a vital role in integration within a holistic approach, and these tries to qualify and making a quality education worldwide. Okay, थोड़ा सा इसको break करो दो part में. Good, well attempted, wonderful. Looking more practical answer, na? Break it into two, na? Don't write too long sentence, because when we read from the first to last, when I get confused, na? So that your examiner will get confused. Make things simple. So उनको सहूलियत पहुंचानी. देखो क्वेश्चन कितना डिफिकल्ट है, but when you have made an attempt, it is looking easy now. Okay. Now see, second point says, yes, the process. Acha. SSA Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan aims to ensure the marginalized and disadvantaged student from pre to 12 to have an access to quality education. है ना? अच्छा इसमें ये भी लिखना है ना काशवी. As mentioned in NEP recommendation, na? Where PM3 states clean institutional embodiment by implementing holistic and integrated curriculum with a decentralized planning and school governance. Well done. Good. अब करना क्या आप सब? Under these heading, try to write 30 words reading trophy notes. If you only want to read trophy notes, answer will become superficial. Value नहीं मिलेगा. Or this is my promise. If you write such answers, technically very difficult, soon you will find the efficiency you can tackle other question of that standard. और जब easy आएगा तो उसमें आप जो लिखोगे आसपास भी कोई नहीं लिख सकता. If suppose you are writing this answer with this much of the input, and when the question will come, you write a short notes on salient feature of agriculture in India, आपका approach बदल जाएगा. You will write with some data, some government policies, वो justify करने लग जाओगे आप, है ना? नहीं तो फिर वही लिखोगे फिर आप. It is a monsoon dependent, है ना? Agriculture plays a different role. Because I checked numerous copies every time this sentence comes to me. I like this line. Agriculture plays an important role. और कितने बार बच्चों को बोले ये मत लेके आया करो. इंट्रोडक्शन देख के ही पता चल जाता है. When I see introduction आए वही है. तो ये इसमें आपको डिफरेंट रखना है हमेशा. ओके चलो टेक अ टास्क राइट. अच्छा हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव नॉट रिसीव्ड दिस टुडे? ये वाला बुकलेट कितने लोग को नहीं मिला? Only just need to give it a me only, na, so that I can send now. So I'll share, na. All of you, ठीक है. अच्छा प्रयाग को मिस कर दिया. Okay, Krishna also got missed, na. Okay, I'll share. ठीक है. I'll do what rather than making an engagement within a Zoom session. अपना एडवाइस दे देना आप जरा. I'm going to make a video sessions, recorded video. अच्छा, before me concluding, do what? Give me a 1-2 line. कुछ सजेशन है तो आपके पास, कोई कंसर्न है तो बताओ.
सर वीडियो सेशन रहेगा तो फिर ये वाला हमारा जूम सेशन नहीं होएगा
वो फिर वीक में 1-2 दिन रहेंगे.
सर, क्योंकि फिर इसमें ऐसे डिस्कशन हो जाता है तो फिर लाइक
हाँ, विल प्लान
और ज्यादा
ऐसे कर,
पॉइंट्स.
इन हाउस ग्रुप में ना थोड़ा सा. अभी मैं क्या करूंगा ना, आई एम गोइंग टू गिव समथिंग बिफोर हैंड कमिंग टू द क्लास. ये जैसे मैंने आज एब्रप्टली दे दिया ना ये क्वेश्चन, मैं आपको पहले डिजाइन करके स्ट्रक्चर दे के भेजूंगा, सो दैट यू कैन कम रीडिंग ऑल्सो. अभी अभी मेरे पास जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है, दैट व्हाट इन्फॉर्मेशन यू होल्ड ना, गैप है उसमें. इसको तो मैं रेफर करके आया, आप तो रेफर नहीं करके आ पाए ना, इसीलिए वो कन्वे नहीं हो पा रहा है मैसेज, व्हाट आई एम इंटेंट टू टेल. What I'll do, I'll going to give you this before class, so that we're going to make this session more engaging. तो वो मैं वीडियो सपोर्ट से दे दूंगा, फिर हम लोग बैठ लेंगे ऐसे. Is this a right suggestion?
यस सर.
Got my point?
यस सर.
आर्या, आपका ये आंसर आया, पर सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग क्या है आंसर के साथ, ये मैच स्टिक भी रखा हुआ है यहाँ पर. वही एक कुछ और. चलो ठीक. हाँ, इसको थोड़ा केयरफुल रहना. इसको ना थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेट करके भेजो ना, जस्ट हॉरिजॉन्टल. Mistake happen ना, don't take it otherwise. First day I went to college. मैं कॉलेज गया ना, not college, like I went to one college. I was so much in a hurry. Like, I wear those floater पहन के गया था. And so much casual that I wear 2 different floater. मुझे याद है वो, I never, like, 2 different floater. And the principal of the college came to meet me. Like, I got a chance to meet him. And he noticed this and then look at my face. Then, because I want a certain this one, counseling चल रही थी उससे, ज़्यादा पढ़ते हो तुम. मिस्टेक होता है ऐसे सब कुछ. चलो ठीक है. Okay, try attempt and like we'll make this engagement more interesting. No? Video backup, and then we have this session so that we can have a symmetrical and like agreement on some point, and then we will discuss. ठीक है, well done with a little and this point and all efforts. You all have given a very quality input. We'll make it more effective tomorrow onwards. Okay. चलो हम लोग 1-2 सेशन अभी करेंगे, फिर डिसाइड करेंगे. आप लोग ट्राई करना, लिखना जरूर, लिख के जरूर देना. 8 पैरा, अच्छा लिखना कैसे ये भी बता दे रहा हूँ. 8 पैराग्राफ्स, डिफरेंट गैप्स उनके बीच में होना चाहिए. नहीं, देखो बता दे रहा हूँ, ऐसे आप जरूर लिखना. मेक इट हैबिट. सबसे पहला हैबिट तो ये रखो. फर्स्ट हैबिट इज ब्रिंग नोटबुक फ्रॉम द मार्केट, दिस मार्जिन वन. ऐसे ना प्रोफेशन आने लगता है. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग अ पॉइंट. When the Shah Rukh Khan was about to give KBC anchorship and to compete with Amitabh Bachchan, he did what? He arranged everything according to the KBC set only in his house and practiced there only. So the surrounding gives you the minute by minute professionalism. So when you're going to write in this, examination hall में भी बहुत काम आएगा आपको. तो ऐसे कॉपी में लिखो. If you do not have a copy, through scale, give a margin, and then write 3 paragraph, leave some space, short paragraph, then leave in a space and then write this way. ऐसे रखो alignment. अच्छा, some of you are interested even to write in a point wise. We have a good scope of writing point wise. उसमें भी लिख सकते हो. So I'm going to keep in a 1-2 session how to write answer point wise.
सर ऑल्सो डायग्राम्स एंड फ्लो चार्ट्स कैसे इंक्लूड करते हैं आंसर.
GS we do not have a scope to add diagram and flow chart. I'll going to guide you. You can write even very impressive answer with the point wise. In GS we do not have a scope. Why not because you have to write 45,000 words and you have a lack of time. The question is always on a demanding logics. Logic को diagram में कैसे डाल सकते हो आप? Flowchart, yes, some flowchart scope is there, but like that is sometime handy, but not always suitable. Like logic, the UPSC appreciate more. We'll see like which question have in a what scope. Okay, na? I cannot outrightly rejecting this point. This is more useful in optional paper, optional. इसमें तो logic रखनी है आपको. ठीक है, I'll share this too, and then I'll share that booklet also. We going to work on a government policies only अभी तो. ठीक है. Okay, bye. We'll meet tomorrow again.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Okay. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Bye.